guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela, and welcome back to hashtag ABCs of Tarot. We are on letter P as in Paul. If you're just tuning in, I decided to do a full-on deck collection, Tarot, Lenormand, Oracle, everything, and decided to do it based on the letters of the alphabet. So today we are on E, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 decks. Technically there's 12. I'm not going to show one because it's the knockoff version of the same deck, and I have 3 copies of this deck. So, yeah. So without further ado, let's get started. So I just recently got this. It is the pink is the new black. Got this at the Dollar Tree for $1. I was trying to support breast cancer awareness. I thought the cards would be beautiful in pink. They are on the backs. And then they're regular plain cards. So yeah, and I do, if you've watched any of my channel, I do have plain cards incorporated for divination purposes in my deck. And let me just check. Okay, I was like, I don't see any other kings or queens. Okay, yeah, it's all there. So yeah, just a quick thing that's they're still in order. Also, I haven't even smudged them or anything. I always like smudge my cards when I get them, just to get off any excess energy that doesn't belong here. But yeah, that's the first deck. It is pink is the new black playing cards from Dollar Tree. Next, because it's already falling out of the box, I hate this box so much. It is Pam's Vintage Tarot Bridge Size. It is the 78 tarot cards and plus extra art and title card limited edition by original art Pamela Coleman Smith, restored by Riel at Lucky Card 2018. And the lid never had, it's one of those that has the area where it leans back more so you can get the cards out easy. And like there's a game, it says Game Crafters on the inside. This is where I got this deck. I think maybe I got it at Riel. I don't know. It's beautiful. The lid has never wanted to close ever since I've had this deck. It is very small bridge size. I absolutely love this deck, though. It's one of my top 3 Pamela Coleman Smith actual RWS decks. It's one of my top 3 because of how vintage it looks and how old. And I love anything that looks antique and old, and I love it. And then there's a lot of extra art in here. Which I don't know why is mixed in. It shouldn't be. Maybe they fell out because they've fallen out of this box quite a bit because the box doesn't want to close. It's ridiculous. And then there's some turned around. Oh, it's a nightmare. Nightmare. But I love the vintage look to this deck. I love it. And I saw it a long time ago on Simon at the Hermit's Cave channel, and I'm like, I gotta get that. I wound up finding it and getting it, and I love it. I just hate the box. I probably should crochet me a little pouch for it because the box is getting ridiculous. So that's deck 2. Deck 3, one of the newest in my collection, the Pastoral Tarot, comes with its own bag. That's US Games for you. They're stepping up their game, seriously. Love the backs. It is a little bit larger than typical tarot size, but it is also landscape instead of the other way. And I absolutely adore this deck. It is a little bit thicker in the cardstock, so it's harder to shuffle, but I would not have this deck any other way. It is stunning. It brings me back, and I've told you guys many times, I had a really rough childhood, but there were peaks and valleys. There were moments where I had We visited my grandpa and grandpa that lived in the country. I went and spent a couple of summers with my dad that lived in Miami. Right, literally, you walk outside the door and there's the ocean. And then I lived in a desert area for a while. So all of these images provoke some kind of happiness for me. And I love that. And I knew it would. Look at that field of just the wind blowing through her hair and the sunflowers. It's stunning. This is by, oh my God, Lisa Hunt is the artist. And I just was like, yeah, it's stunning. Stunning, stunning deck. I love it. I really haven't used it yet just because that's my favorite card in here, the Wheel of Fortune. Reminds me of those puzzles I used to do all the time. So stunning. Stunning artwork. I've already got a little bit bow because I did use it the first week I got it. Because it's a thicker cardstock, it's bowing more than it should, I think. But I love this deck. It comes with a great book and a bag and its own little box. It's stunning. That's all I can say. Stunning. Next we have, and I got this on Make Playing Cards. It comes in this white box. It's got the bendy back again. This is the Pastoral Tarot. It is RWS, just in pastel colors. I have not used this because I was so excited to get this in pastel colors. And then I got it when I saw it on Make Playing Cards. It's very vibrant and beautiful. When I got it, it almost appears as if there's a film over it. That's kind of dulling the images. And it kind of ticked me off because I'm like, this was not cheap. So I don't know what happened between processing the deck and the images I saw on the thumbnails. It's not what it was advertised, in my opinion. Because they're a lot duller in the colors than they were on the video or on the thumbnail, on the advertisement. But it is still a cute deck. I may pull this out and try to push past that and use it for 2023. But that is a Pastoral Tarot, Pastel Tarot on Make Playing Cards. So it's an indie deck. Next we have by Uzi, and you know what this deck is as soon as you see the bag. Of course you do. It is the Pagan Otherworlds. The box looks like it's trying to bust open here. What is happening here? That's crazy. I never used this deck because it's one of those that there's an extra card. There's Tower. I love this Tower card. It's got a bunch of moon phases with it. Right there. And of course, my stalker card this year is on top. Why wouldn't it be? Five of Pentacles is my stalker this year. The fives have been following me for a couple years. This is a partial pip deck, but with the partial pips, or with the pips, my dog's pushing the table. It still gives you enough imagery to know what you're looking at, which is one of the reasons I love it. Plus, when I got this, everybody has this deck, and it's like one of those decks that you just know needs to be in your collection. But I don't ever use it because it's so stunning. The artwork, it's almost like it belongs in a museum somewhere, not reading tarot with it. It's that stunning. And I think I saw somebody's channel when I first started doing, first joined Tarot Tube universe, the universe, that somebody did see this in a, like in France somewhere, did see this deck in a museum. And I'm like, that's insane. But it is that stunning. And I love it. I just never use it because it's just so, it's one of those that I deem as precious. And if I deem it as really precious, I tend to not use it as much. Because it's so pretty. And it's linen cardstock. And it's so long, tall, I can almost not get my hands around it. And it's already starting to slide. That's my problem with linen cardstock. They're very slidey to me. Everybody seems to love linen cardstock. I really don't. I don't really care for it. But that is the Pagan Otherworlds. Everybody knows what this deck is, or has seen this deck, or has had this deck. Gorgeous. So that's that. And then we have, it's an indie deck, the Practical Magic Inner Witch Oracle. This is 2nd edition by Grounded by the Moon. Let's see, 2nd edition. It's magnetic closure here. I got this on Kickstarter. It's got a lot of beautiful book with it. It's got a lot of extra little cards and spreads with it. Like, a lot. And then it has this fantastic rainbow gilding. These are the backs. Beautiful matte cardstock, which I love. This deck was based on the movie Practical Magic, if you didn't know. There's a 1st edition, a 2nd edition, and now I think he just came out with the tarot. The tarot didn't really appeal to me just because it's very simplistic. I may at some point get it, but I knew when I saw this 1st edition of this, I wanted this deck. And then it was out of print. And then I just hoped and prayed I would see it again. And then all of a sudden it was on Kickstarter again as a 2nd edition. So manifestation is real, guys. This deck is proof positive that that's a true fact. So, and I hit the thing again. Sorry. But this is a gorgeous deck. And it's also one I usually only pull out for Halloween. The first year I didn't even use it at all because it was, again, super precious. The gilding comes off super easy, and I didn't want the gilding to come off because it's so stunning. This 2nd edition also comes in gold gilding as well. I just didn't, I didn't like it. Probably the only one that got the rainbow metallic version. But that is the Practical Magic Inner Witch Oracle. You can still, I think, get that on his Grounded by the Moon site. Next, we have the Poe Tarot by Red Feather. It's so pretty, and you're like, oh, look at that black and white, and then it's red everywhere else. Like, everything is red inside. The book is fabulous. The cards are fabulous. My only complaint with this deck, oh man, is if you don't have the ribbon completely in there and it goes crossways instead of sideways, the cards will get stuck in there because the siding thing is so horrid. And I just realized that comes out. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, it comes out. I need to pull it out and keep it out because it's messing up the edging on my cards. Yeah, I pulled it out. So it's just going to be the box from now on. Because it's hard to get the cards back into this piece. But it's got this blood red gilding that's awesome. Backs are gray and black. It's a true black and white deck, and it has what it is at the top. The paws are pentacles. Candles are wands. A lot of candles. Wells are cups. And we're missing I forgot the name of it. Quills are swords. And then it has quotes from from Edgar Allan Poe's poetry below. This is actually the poem The Raven on here on the 8 of Pentacles. And that makes sense because hard work. Get it? And then at the bottom it says, the true genius shudders at incompleteness, imperfection, and usually prefers silence to saying the something which is not everything that should be said. Love that. Yeah. So this is a beautiful deck. I've used it a little bit, especially around Halloween, but I think I'm going to use this more for writing techniques and like kind of channeling that spirit of Poe into my writing because I am a writer. So it's a stunning deck. I love that it's black and white. I only have 2 true black and white decks, and I love both of them to pieces. And I love the fact that they're both black and white because it brings in a certain different energy knowing it's black and white. I don't know why, but it does. And look, they're a little slidey here without that piece in there, but at least they're not getting like the edges are not getting scraped. because that's what was happening before. So I'm going to leave it just like that and leave this piece out. They're a little rattly, but not like they would have got, like they were getting banged up before. Next, we have the Power Thought cards by Louisa Hay, a 64 card deck. I saw this early in my journey, and oh my gosh, I just knocked stuff over my pills and my pop. This is not a magnetic box. It's published by Hay House. It opens if you open it the wrong way. The cards fall out. It's little square cards, but I love them. And they actually shuffle a lot better than the other square deck I have. The Four Agreements, these shuffle a lot better like this. They're a little bit thinner. I think they're both Hay House publications, though. But we have cute little pictures and sayings on the front, and then cute little pictures or sayings on the back. And you know what? I'm going to leave this deck out because I bought both of those decks with the intention of taking them to work and having that visual every day of some kind of love and affirmation, and I have yet to do it. And this deck is like saying, why haven't you used me? Look at that. And it says, I now create a wonderful new job. So that's insane. And it says, I am totally open and receptive to a wonderful new position, using my creative talents and abilities, working for and with people I love in the wonderful location, and earning good money. That's crazy. I'm sitting here talking about taking this to work, and then that popped up. So, yeah. I haven't used this in forever, so I have no idea what some of these cards are, which is interesting. And they are really right up my alley of just different art. So, that's pretty cool. So, yeah, that's, totally leaving these out. Taking them to work Tuesday, because we are off Monday because of the new year. But, yeah, that's the Power Thought cards. Interesting name for it. But, yeah. 2 decks left. The Priestess of Light. It is Hay House publication. And I've talked too much. I'm going to have to whip through these two. Matte cardstock. They're stunning. It's a stunning, stunning deck. I love it. 2 pieces. Nothing to say about this deck. It's very female empowerment deck, and I love it. Love it. It's stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Okay, so that is the Priestess of Light Oracle deck. It's amazing. The book is amazing also. So here we have the last deck, and we have, it is out of print. It's Past Lives, Oracle Cards by Doreen Virtue and Brian L. Wallace. It is also a Hay House deck. And I have a knockoff that's playing card size with gold gilding. And then I have a Russian version of this deck. The Russian version is horrible. This outside, just the tactile feel of the outside box makes my fingers ache. It's very cardboardy. The cards are very cardboardy. They look like paint. Like they're cardboard. Cardboard. I'm not even going to get them out because it just pisses me off because I paid $30-something for this deck. And then, I bought the knockoff, not realizing it was a knockoff. Realized it was a knockoff. Couldn't use it. Look at that gilding on this. Stunning. Shuffles like a dream because it's a Hay House deck. It is slightly used when I got it. So the corners are kind of coming off. This was my ungettable get because when I realized what I had was a knockoff, I realized this was an already out of print deck. I then turned around and found the Russian version for $30-something. I was like, okay, cool, I'll get it. The cardstock alone made me hate this deck. And I'm like, I don't want it. I don't want it. It's awful. And then I was literally like whining about this deck. And something told me, go on and look at the site where you just got the Russian version. And right below that, one person was giving away or selling their copy of it because they just didn't want to use the deck anymore. And I got it for $12. So a deck that's been going for hundreds of dollars, I got for $12 on Etsy because it was somebody's last deck. But that's finally the story of how I got my Ungettable Yet deck. This is the Past Lives Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. I use it quite a bit with my Stretch Tarot and now my Uncover Your Path Oracle, Past Life Oracle, and then my Art History Tarot for Past Lives. I use all four of those together most of the time. So it's a very essential to my collections, this deck. But that is all my P decks. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, don't hesitate to comment below. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe and don't forget to hit that notification button so you're alerted to any future videos. And y'all have a good night. Bye.